Hey guys, it's 681shadow, one of your PMC analysts, and today we're going to be doing the Week 5 recap. Now, for you guys, my co-host will be here, but due to time constraints, we could not actually record together in the same sitting, so what we had to do was record our parts separately. So you're going to hear the 4 battles that I'm going over, then you'll hear the 4 battles that he is going over. So, so before I kick it off, I just want to say that I do apologize for these to be for some of these being slightly less informative as others would be, but that's due to me having a bit less time than I would really like, so I can't take as in-depth notes. But I do have some things to say on the matches definitely. And make sure to leave a like on the video and go subscribe to everyone involved with the PMC. They're all working behind the scenes to make sure everything can go as smoothly as possible. So let's get right into the matches. So the first match I'm going over is the Hamden Hi Dragons, coached by J-Specs, versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, coached by Phantom Base. So this was a pretty interesting battle. Kieran Black put in the mightiest of work, definitely getting those 4 kills against the Cavaliers team. And to me, it didn't seem like they really had a way to deal with a decent way to deal with Kieran Black. Like, I know it's really hard to deal with Kieran Black, seeing as Kieran Black is one of the best mons, if not the best mon in Draft League format. But Kieran Black put in a ton of work. It just cleaned up the game getting a kill on the Amoonguss, Victini, Gallade, and Aloma Mola, all with Outrage. So Kieran Black definitely put in a ton of work this week for J-Specs, and it's really about it for this match. It was kind of close in the beginning, and then Kieran Black just started knocking things out with Outrage, and then it just went for the worse for the Cavaliers. So that was a decisive 4-0 victory in J-Specs' favor. So now the next match that I'm going to be going over is the Mesquite Mesprit, coached by Lugia X, versus the Orlando City Superiors, coached by D-Pad Gamer. Now, this was a 1-0 win by the Mesquite Mesprits, and definitely was a very close match. There were some very good plays, good prep, definitely from Lugia X and the Mesquite Mesprits. So, for an example of his great prep was an indoor. It is, oh wow, I'm going over my words for some reason, but he had a indoor Garchomp so that Jirachi with Ice Punch would take an extra set of Rocky Helmet rough skin damage, which was really innovative, and that was a reason why I had to be on Showdown rather than an actual match on 3DS, since because the battle spot, or whatever it's called. I don't play Wi-Fi, so I don't know the exact terms, but 3DS didn't really like Endure being on Groudon. I mean, not Groudon. Oof, Garchomp for whatever reason. So they had to play on Showdown, but it turned out to work really well, and was able to give them that 1-0 victory. And the Mian Shao put in work with the high jump kick at the end, just cleaning up that game. And neither side played poorly. They both played very well this match, but the prep with the indoor Garchomp, that was really good on Lugia X's part for the Mesprits, and they were able to get that 1-0 victory, which is nice. Which is nice to see, because if I remember correctly, they haven't won too many games, or maybe not even any at all. Don't quote me on that though. I may be wrong, but anyways, the third match that I'm going to go over is the Baltimore Orioles, coached by Choi CJ, versus the Tampa Bay Frogadiers, coached by the Vord, and the Vord is able to pick up a 2-0 victory, keeping his undefeated reign alive. And this was a pretty close match. There was a ton of back and forth. There were points where I saw CJ doing well in the match, and then there's points I saw Verd doing well in the match. But Verd was just able to he was able to pick up that win, mainly because on CJ's Curse Rest Talk Mega Steelix, when he was getting just the worst of sleep talk rolls. Like he was getting he got, I think it was like he rested and he would get 3-shot, but if he got a heavy slam, he'd be able to kill the Cresselia that was out. So what happened was he clicks sleep talk the first time, he gets curse, and the second time he gets rest. So that brought down the Mega Steelix, which turned the game at the end into Verd's favor, where the setup Cresselia was able to knock out the Steelix, the Breloom, and the Tornadus T, seeing as none of those could take it on. So definitely, there was good play on both sides, but it was a luck-based victory. And that's why, friends, Pokemon is a competitive game. Definitely. I felt bad after watching that battle because of those sleep talk rolls, but you'll just get them next week, CJ. And congrats to the Verd for being 5-0 at this point in the season. That's definitely a good It's definitely an accomplishment with the level of competition that this league does have to offer. But that's all I have to say on that battle. Really close, and luck just put the game to gave the game to Verd. So the final battle that I have before you will hear from my co-host ArkiKnight is the Colorado Rapidash versus the Kansas City Kingdras. Now, it was really nice to see Kingdra get a win this week because I think this is his first win. Not 100% sure because I don't really have the sheet in front of me, but it was a really good game. Definitely, it was a really good game. Definitely, it seemed pretty close, but I feel like there were some misplays on Dr. V's part. And by the way, Colorado Rapidash coached by Dr. V and Kansas City Kingdra is coached by Kingdra. Yeah, I think Dr. V had some misplays go on his end, but in the end, the Kingdras were able to pick up a win, which is really good to see, because it's always good to see a team that hasn't won yet get their first win. It's really just a great feeling, because it feels like they've improved, and they'll keep going with that good mindset. So there's not really much to say about that match either. The only match of the 4 that I'm going over that has any like really interesting stuff to talk about was definitely the Endura Garchomp. That's, like I said, I would never think of whatsoever, but it worked so well. Potentially, who knows, if I've Garchomp in the league in the future, I may abuse that. But anyways, that's going to be it from my end. And now here is ArkiKnight with the other 4 battles for the Week 5 of the Pokemon Masters Cup.
What's up, everybody? It's ArkiKnight here with my half of the weekly recaps, because me and Shadow were not able to record and find time together. So Key is bringing you one half of the games and I will be bringing you the other half. However, there is one game on the half that I had to do that will not be talked about much, as it will start off with the Dallas Manetrix and the Portland Crobats, in which the Crobats lost, I believe, they lost 4-0, and this is because there was no replay, and also both teams are both leaving the league after, I believe, this week or next week. I'm believing it's this week. I'm not completely sure, but they are replaced by 2 different teams that you'll see next week. Or if you keep up with the PMC, you will also see that their league names will be changed. However, let's continue and talk about this game with what information I do have. It was alright, but then Azelf did set up and sweep, and that's really all I know about this game. So there wasn't really much to talk about this game. But we will move on to the second game, which will be the Great Lake Greninjas versus the New Jersey Dwebbles, in which the Dwebbles took the 4-0 over the Greninjas. And right off the bat, I noticed that the Greninjas did not have no answer for Ninetales. Ninetales obviously just took out his entire team, and the Dwebbles kind of showed how Ninetales can be used in League format really well, as you do not see it very often, and drafted very often. So Ninetales definitely stepping up big in this match. I also noticed that the Greninjas did not think about Prankster, and completely forgot about Prankster on Banette, and left in the Mega Scizor and stuff, in which Benet could obviously use Will-O-Wisp and Destiny Bond, and as well as taunting. I forgot who he taunted, I can't think of it on the top of my head, but he did taunt, and it was just bad prep. Like, you can't forget stuff like that can make a big difference in the game. And Greninjas also did not really prep for that Hulucha that came in late game and swept with the Unburden. Great job getting the Unburden boost off by using the substitute, and when the substitute got taken down, for taking a little bit more damage there, so that way the Citrus Berry will pop, and you being able to, well, he used it and then substitute went down, and then you substitute again to get that damage all the way down, so that the Citrus Berry will pop and that Unburden boost came up, and that led to the late game sweep by the Greninja, not the Greninja, but the Dwebbles, and that's why the Dwebbles also took that 4-0. Great prep by the Dwebbles, and as said in Greninja's video, not very great prep. However, we both will see if the Dwebbles can keep their streak going next week, and the Greninjas can bounce back, taking their first loss in a few games. Next, we had the Misty Drapions and the Crocodiles, in which the Crocodiles took the 5-0, and there isn't much to say about this match, other than the Crocodiles played really well, even though Sharpeeno plays at a great disadvantage, without calcing not one thing in any of his matches. I don't even know if he really calcs beforehand. If he does, he forgets about it. It's obvious. He doesn't really know what lives and what doesn't live. He really probably should put calcs in if he's going to take a risky move or something, or in a switch that could be predicted that could change the game completely. However, he played really good, and he got a break by not having to face the Thunderbolt on Starmie, as in, I don't know why it was not brung, and if it was brung, why it was not used, as Starmie could have put a lot of pressure on with the Thunderbolt, but however, I'm questioning on why. I also question on why Misty kept the Deontay in against the Suicune when Suicune was asleep in Sleep Talk. I know it's a risk to switch out into Electivire, but when you want to it plays like that, switching into Electivire and taking the chance of taking a Scald from Sleep Talk and possibly to getting a burn, but if you don't get burned, that causes the Suicune to switch out, and you can make a bold prediction at that point and keep momentum. And from the looks of this team, you could have Ice Punched on the first play, predicting the switch, because I knew Sharpeeno did not want that Suicune to go down right away. So he probably would have switched out in the Crocodile expecting a Wild Charge or something. You could have predicted that with an Ice Punch. Let me make sure, actually. I'm looking this up because I'm pretty sure. I keep thinking Electivire gets it, and if it doesn't, I feel kind of stupid. But I feel like Electivire does get Ice Punch, and I'm wrong. Very wrong. But, forget I said that. I thought I got Ice Punch. Rip. I mean, not even that. Like, maybe bringing Brick Break. Not Brick Break. Low Kick. Or I'm pulling up Showdown to see if I can calm yourself. I'm only recording freaking thing. Let's look at Electivire's moveset, because I don't know why I said Ice Punch. Who was I thinking of? I don't know. It does get Ice Punch. Yes, it does. Okay. I had to make sure, because for a split second I thought it did not get Ice Punch, and yes, it does. Okay. So, yes, Ice Punch would have been a great play against this if you brought out Electivire on the Suicune when Suicune went to rest the second time when it did not have a chest barrier or any reliable recovery other than rest. Going out into that Electivire and going for Ice Punch on the first play would have been nice, because then if Crocodile came in, you probably would have killed that Crocodile, and if anything else came in, like Celebi, that would have taken a lot of damage as well. And it's plays like that that make a big difference in the game, other than when you try to play safe and just sit there and Moonblast and Diamond Storm stuff. Like, if you're going to rely on Deontay, then it didn't help at all. And I feel like the Drapions could have had a better chance by taking more risky plays and bolder plays instead of playing it. It seemed very safe, And the Torkoal was also very confusing on why it was brung. I mean, you're going against Suicune, you're going against a specially defensive Uxie or physically defensive Uxie, which is very bulky. Crocodile takes hits from it. Talonflame can and cannot, depending on what you're using. Sableye can definitely bulk that, and it's just questionable about the Torkoal, but Torkoal could have put in a lot of work, and it could have been a rock setter, but you also had Deontay, so I'm not completely sure on why that would happen. But anyways, it was a good game. Crocodiles did pull out the 5-0, and hopefully we'll see the Drapions pick up a win next week, and maybe we'll see the Crocodiles start a winning streak as long as next week as well. The last game I will be talking about is the Pikachu's and the Staryus. Let's talk about how Mega Agron, last game with the Staryus before being traded to Phantom Base or Tyler. Agron put in the finest to work, and you can't argue with that, as Mega Agron set up a good rock. I think it was Rock Polish it set up. I'm trying to remember because I don't write it down because I watched the match like early and I forgot to write down what exactly happened. I just wrote down the stats and stuff. But I think it was. I'm pretty positive it was Rock Polish, or if not, it was like what's that other word? Automatize or something like that. Whatever race it rose its speed, and it definitely destroyed the entire team. And for Mega Agron not to be brought very many games by the Staryus so far, maybe like 2, half the games maybe, Agron put in a lot of work, and it's great to see Mega Agron actually go offensive once in a while instead of just being that bulky rock setter with heavy slam, rest, and sleep talk possibly. So that was nice to see, and the Staryus definitely pulled a wild one on the Pikachu. I bet he was not expecting that, and great for the Staryus to pick up that 5-0 victory. And maybe we'll see the Staryus do better with next week with their new addition, as well as seeing Pikachu's hopefully the Pikachus can rebound from the loss they just took. But anyways, that is all the matches that will be recapping this week, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please do not forget to show the love to J-Specs, the head horse of this league, as well as any one of these coaches that are in the league uploading for you guys to enjoy, because they put a lot of work into this, and I know the analyst videos have not been up there, but we're trying, we're getting better. This is all new for us as well as people like Noiver Nation and people who do league battles and LPs themselves and not do any really analyst work as well as me, where I'm just starting and getting some LPs and Nuzlocks and stuff out there. But go show them some love, and above all else, until next time, I'll see you guys next week with hopefully in the same recording as Shadow. But I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the PMC account on your way out. Leave a like up, and we'll see you next time.